question is why do addicts do what they do? Why do alcoholics behave the way they do? But the bigger question is when you talk to an alcoholic or you talk to someone who's an addict, sometimes they don't even realize there's a problem. Or if they do, they're thinking things like, well, how did I let it get this far? Why did I let it get to the point of all these problems? Family members and those people that are closest to this person are thinking a lot of the same things. They're thinking, how could they let this get this far? Can't they see what this is doing to the finances? Can't they see what this is doing to our family? Can't they see what is happening with his health and his career? Well, there really are reasons why people behave this way and why they see things this way. The first thing we have to understand is that all my behavior and all the things that I know about the world are actually processed inside of my brain. My brain is chemical, and chemistry follows laws of physics and mathematics. Right? What this means is 1 plus 1 equals 2. It has all the properties of 2. It does not have the properties of 3, 15, or 444. It's 2. I cannot will that to be any different. It also means if I take this chemical and I take this chemical and I put them together and they go boom, it means that the next time I put these two chemicals together, given that all the environmental conditions are the same, it's going to go boom. See, but I don't want it to go boom this time because it's messy, it gets all over me, and it costs money, and I just, I don't want it, just don't want it to go boom anymore. Boom. Doesn't matter what I want. It's math. Well, my brain operates the same way. Now, my brain is very delicately balanced in terms of its chemistry. My brain is protected by what's called the blood-brain barrier. Very few molecules are allowed to pass from the bloodstream into the brain. The reason being is if a chemical or a molecule gets through, it is going to change the function in the mathematics of the brain. 1 plus 1 equals 2. But if I add another digit to it, now it's 3. It no longer has the properties of 2. It has the property of 3. It means if I take this chemical and add this chemical, and it goes boom. But this time I take this chemical, I add this chemical, now I add this chemical, now it no longer goes boom. I've changed how it functions. Now certain groups of molecules will pass through the blood-brain barrier into the brain. That's alcohol, marijuana, or THC, amphetamines, opiates, all the drugs we consider drugs of abuse. They penetrate the blood-brain barrier. They change the mathematics and chemistry of the brain and give you a different result. Now, how this works is like, let's say you're at a party, and there's somebody there who's obviously intoxicated, car keys in their hands, walking towards the car. You'll come up to him and say, Joe, why don't you let me take you home? You've had a little too much to drink. What does Joe say? Well, Joe says, I'm fine, I can drive, I'm okay. Is Joe lying to you, or is this what Joe believes? Actually, this is what Joe believes. You see, Joe is looking at this. Everyone else in the room is looking at this. I cannot convince Joe that he's too intoxicated to drive any more than I can convince you that that's too. I might get you to go, yeah, Doc, that's 2. Can I go now? But the reality is I'm seeing 3, they're seeing 2. My belief is that I'm functioning much better than all these people say I am. Because it's my reality, it's inside of my brain. So I don't see there as being a big problem. And the denial is one of a perception problem of my brain sees something different than what other people are seeing. So I am not as motivated to change. So it's not unusual. So for an addict to not see there being a problem, this is basically why they really don't see the problem.